So there's this common sentiment that is shared widely about needing to fully feel your emotions in order for them to be processed, which is great advice. And I was watching a video talking about this the other day, but I realized that there's another step beyond that that is very crucial, because there are countless times where I am trying to just fully feel my emotions and be present to them, but they just keep looping and they don't go away. And I'm just like, when does this end? And I realize the energy needs a channel to go through. This is in relation to traumatic experiences and intense energy, even like excitement or joy, but also just any experience in general. I visualize my ideal form as an aperture for experience to be channeled through, both in taking a plethora of experience and having avenues for it to be channeled out of. This can take many forms, such as creative expression like writing, painting, even speaking to another person, which acts as a container, a receptive listener, who is very intimately tapped into your experience, which is what I'm looking to develop the skill of being for other people. It's also, it can also be like if you're angry, smashing something in a controlled manner, that's a channel for that energy to go out of. There's something about the energy being trapped within you and not having a route to be channeled through that causes it to just loop and kind of bogs you down. That's when it starts to be detrimental. So once again, it could be pain points, frustration, but it could also be excitement or just even like information in general, like a book you read. It needs channels outward to be pushed through. Otherwise, these things loop. You get thoughts on repeat, mirroring of the energy on loop. The other component of this is I've realized these things don't really go away, these experiences you have that are good or bad, but in relation to bad things, it's like I take this lesson when I'm painting a lot, of like whatever I'm making, I always remind myself, if anything goes wrong, I can always just paint over the whole thing, but those layers still exist beneath whatever coats of paint I do apply on top of it. They're always with you. So I think about this in relation to, for example, losing both of my parents by the time I was 18. That's something I can always revisit and pull up and dwell on. But obviously I can bring that up and not be like absolutely broken by it these days. I identify that as being because I have quite a few channels for that to go through. The other form this can look like is mindsets. So when I think of the loss of my parents, there's that sadness there that I can dwell in and pull up, but I've channeled it into avenues of insight and motivation for how I want to live my life. I think about how my mother was diagnosed with her brain tumor around the age I am now. And so I take that as motivation for how well I treat my body and my health state. And then I think of the ephemerality of people as well as just anything in this life, to not take things for granted and appreciate that I still have the opportunity to speak to people I want to connect with, and the opportunity to myself be alive and use my body to its fullest extent and create and indulge in curiosities. But yeah, so it's like I've built these channels for the energy so that even though it's constantly radiating and there inside of me, it's being channeled through productive avenues that actually serve me rather than hinder me. I feel like this is a crucial component of actually fully processing emotions. Being fully present and aware of them is a crucial first step, but then it needs somewhere to go. I think that's what has personally helped me consistently. And whenever I'm getting kind of bogged down and notice my energy and thoughts looping, I realize that I need to channel it out somewhere in some form.